Welcome to my Arizona house. Looks a lot different than anything I lived in New York or New Hampshire. And sorry about the background noise, but you never know how busy a street is until you try to shoot a video in front of your house. So bear with me. What I want to share with you today, if you're buying a house, do you know what your home buying priorities are? And do they agree with your significant other? Because that's a real challenge for most people. And when realtors start by asking how many bedrooms and bathrooms you want, that's not necessarily going to explain what your priorities are. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to share with you all the different priorities I've had because we have bought 15 houses. Yes, you got the number right. This is house number 15. So come on inside and let's continue that story. I'm Tina Gleisner, founder of Home Tips for Women, and yes, I really have owned 15 houses because for many years I worked for IBM, also known as I've Been Moved. I created this workbook so that you can discover what your dream home should have in it. And it's a lot of exercises to help you figure it out for yourself. So we'll have more information about that below. The first house we bought was in California in the San Francisco Bay Area. We had moved out there so that my husband could go to UC Berkeley. So that was what I would call our lifestyle house. It was about what we were doing outside of the house and where we needed to live, but we also wanted to be close enough to have fun. Then 4 years later, we decided to move back east to be near our families because it was time to have kids. And then the number of bedrooms and the amount of play space as well as school systems became much more important. From there, we had an opportunity to move to Tokyo, what I call my tiny house experience. And there, living in an apartment in tall buildings with lots of buildings around me, I learned that natural sunlight is really, really important to me, more than a view or anything else. And lastly, as we came back and our kids moved out, we discovered that we could start picking houses that really supported the hobbies my husband and I have. So when we moved to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, it wasn't the number of bedrooms that we cared about anymore. The boys were away at school. It was about a nice basement for my husband's woodwork shop. And for me, I needed a room, possibly an attic, for a quilting studio. But the biggest surprise of all was picking this house in Arizona, and it was about buying the backyard for an observatory, and the house came with it. So with that, I want to remind you, if you visit my website, you can get a copy of this free ebook on how to create your dream home. And now I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the observatory in progress. So here it is. This is the platform, the deck for the observatory, and if you come back in a week or two, we'll have a video telling you the whole story about putting this together. And if you look over there, you can see the dome as well.